gender and development in Indonesia and has worked with a wide range of Indonesian and international organizations. She holds a master's degree in medical anthropology from the University of Amsterdam and has numerous publications on gender and religion to her name. Ms. Munir.
Thank you, Jerome. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, namaste. Peace be upon you, my sisters and brothers, participants of the conference. I have been asked to share on this title, Approaches to Cooperation Between Religious Leaders, Elected Government Officials, and Development Civil Society Organizations, or CSOs. And then I added, after colons, the role of religious leaders in public health, because that's the topic of the program that I would like to share with you today. So the background of the program, in 2008, we implemented a program called Health as a Human Rights in Islam and its implementation. So Center for Pesantren and Democracy Studies, with support from the Asia Foundation Indonesia, implemented this program. The program was founded on two basic approaches. That is marrying universal human rights, which prescribes health as a fundamental human right, and being married to Maqasid al-Sharia, which also prescribes that maintaining good health is obligatory, as it determines the fulfillment of other tasks, worldly tasks and the task for the life in the hereafter. The major thrust of the program is to move from Sharia going forward to Maqasid al-Sharia. Why do we need to move forward from Sharia to Maqasid al-Sharia? Sharia is actually a comprehensive concept. If we look at comprehensively, it has three important inseparable components, which they are called Ash-Sharia Ath-Thulathi, means Sharia with three components. These components consist of theology, or the Iman, and then law, or fiqh, the Islam, and morality, or the Akhlaq, or Ihsan. Now, this is the beauty of Islam. If we want to see the beauty of Islam, then we cannot separate these three components of Islam. But unfortunately, Sharia has been understood narrowly to cover only its legal aspect and forgetting the morality or the ethical aspects and also the aspect of theology with the concept of Tawheed, which is the basic of equality in Islam. Another thing is that Sharia has been misused politically, as we have also witnessed worldwide the struggle to claim, to demand the enactment of formal Sharia in an Islamic state. So Sharia has been used politically. Now, why do we marry Sharia and the ultimate goals? That is the Maqasid al-Sharia. Sharia is inseparable from its ultimate goals. These goals are 5. And if we look at the 5 goals, the Al-Kulliyatul Khams, the basic 5 obligations, they reflect also the universal human rights, encompassing from civil and political rights to socio-economic and cultural rights. So from civil and political rights to ECOSOC. Let's see these 5 rights, basic human rights in Islam. The first is the Hifdul Nafs, which is the protection of life. Every human being, not only Muslim, every human being is entitled to a dignified life as a human being, as the children of the Adams and Eva. And the second basic right is hifdhuddin. It's the protection of freedom of religion, which finds its supports in the in the Quran and Hadith. And the third basic right is hifdhul aql, which is the freedom of expression. And the fourth is hifdhul mal, protection of wealth or the economic rights. And then hifdhul nasl is the protection of progeny or reproductive rights. So if we look at these 5 basic principles of Maqasid Sharia, then they reflect also the universal human rights from the civil political rights to socio-economic and cultural rights. Okay, thank you. Next, please. Now we talk about our program. Prior to the start of the program, we conducted a focus group discussion. In the focus group discussion, we identified challenges faced by the 3 stakeholders of the program: religious leaders, government officials, and civil society. So these are the important stakeholders of the program. In the FGD, we identified that our religious leaders had scarcely given attention to health, both in their preaching and in their leadership for action in community. They do not consider health as something important in their preaching. While health in Islam is deemed as the second most important blessing, ni'mat, of Allah after Iman, religious leaders seem to lack seriousness and attention in addressing this issue and in responding to Muslims' needs. Okay, next please. What about the government officials? Government officials also need more synergy from different units of bureaucracy and need for more proper budget and health facilities, because in Indonesia, the principle of profit-making also applies in the health services. What about the civil society? Civil society as individuals and groups needs to be more proactive in taking responsibility for their own health, especially in the form of preventive measures such as practicing healthy lifestyles and also hygiene and public health. Okay, next, please. Now, with these challenges, how did we package the program? We have these program components. Our intervention, first is we published a book entitled Islam is Healthy, Sharia and the Ghairah for Health, Sharia and the Spirit for Health. And the second one, we compile Khutbah Jum'ah, Friday prayers, preaching on health-related topics, ranging from public health and also individual and sanitation and all this, including reproductive health. And the third one, we have the Bahthul Masail, or deliberation by Islamic scholars, and the issuance of fatwa on health, that neglecting health is a big sin. And then another component is pro-poor budget advocacy training. And the last one is civil society empowerment to promote health, education, and advocacy. So these are the program interventions.